Put the fucking fire out!
You're listening to the Gettin Salty Experience podcast.
And away we go, boys. Welcome back. We are back. The Gettin Salty Experience, the only podcast, self-proclaimed best podcast, well, first responder podcast in the whole wide world. It's the only one that brings that kitchen table in the Firehouse where we solve all the world's problems to you guys sitting in your house or your firehouse or wherever the hell you're sitting, in your car, you're driving, whatever you're doing. We're bringing that kitchen table to you.
He ain't lying.
Nope.
He ain't lying.
Nope. Got my boy Roofity Roofs.
What up,
back.
Pete?
There
What
he
up?
is. We got Petey Pete's, producer
Shalom.
Pete, Proby
Shalom.
Pete. Yeah, we were getting it done this week down in Wildwood.
Some of us.
Some of us were sweating and getting bit by bugs. I don't know where the other guy was. I don't know where checkout Charlie was.
The smart.
I don't know where checkout Charlie was, but it was a wild time in Wildwood, bro. A wild time in Wildwood. The guys were coming out. What a good time we had. It was a little hot, a little buggy, but
Yeah, it was.
fun.
Well, first of all, you got destroyed on Friday. I wasn't there on Friday. I got there late with the family, but props to Coobs, man. He held that booth down, and I heard that the boys next door from One Source had to jump in, and then
they did. They helped me out, bro. They were backing me up on the line. You know what I'm
Big
saying?
Bill?
They were
Big
getting
Bill?
it done. Yeah, Big Bill, Big Jamie from
He's a
One
good
Source.
backup
They were
man,
helping
Big
us
Bill,
out.
I think.
Great.
we might even owe Jamie another dinner.
Maybe.
Maybe
not.
What they were buying. What happened?
Frio Jamie. Jamie Frio. Love Jamie. Jamie, good guy. Yep. Good time, man. Sweating.
Yeah, good.
This is how it went. This is how it went, Pete. I'm got now I got my phone because I don't have the card swipe because Roofy's got it, so I got to put in everything manually on the phone.
Yeah.
Sweat pouring down here, bugs biting at my ankles, people all over the directions, and this is all I hear. Where's Louie? Where's Pete? Because I got to do these with the glasses. I'm like, are you really trying to aggravate me? Are you really trying to aggravate me?
Yeah, well,
there's like 3 swipers in the
Trailer?
in the trailer, by the way.
Oh, I didn't bring them. All right, well.
Swinging him as he struck him out.
You know what you do as a sock firefighter? You make good, you get it done.
That's it.
Yep.
Well, what was crazy was that we had a corner, and that corner, it was it was like, I don't know, what is that? Like 50% of the booth space was just swarmed. And then it was really cool, though. I got to admit, meeting everybody was awesome. We had good old Frank Sutton out there, PJ Covert. We had everybody out there.
I was going to say that. We had PJ Covert, which, dude, PJ, we had Pee Wee out there. PJ made me this, bro. We're going to hang up. Very cool. Yeah, we're going to put this in the squad in the podcast room here in the studio.
That's awesome.
We had Pee Wee come out. He was talking my wife's ears off. And we had Frankie Sutphin came out.
Frankie Sutphin's a good man. I mean,
Frankie's a little jacked too, bro.
Yeah,
he's a little diesel, Frankie.
He's jacked, and come to find out, a man of many talents. That dude, he could he builds drag cars and stuff like that. Like,
yeah, he's a man. He's just a very talented guy. We had a guy, Mike Dombrowski came out. Him and his wife, sweet lady, Mikey Dombrowski. A lot of guys came out.
Who was
Great
the little
job.
kid? I saw the picture. Who was that?
You know what? I should have went. I've got my wife. A little kid came in the booth. He had to be about 6. Little like the cutest little kid. He comes over. He says, "This kid's your biggest fan." The mother tells him, like, "Yeah, come on. Can he take a picture with you?" So I get, and he starts saying. First he says, "Stay low and go." Then he says, "I'll see you at the big one." And she says, "What else do you say? What else do you say?" He goes, "And away we go."
That was amazing. Hey, that kid was cute. I'm just surprised she lets him listen to us knuckleheads over here with some of the
you gotta do some earmuffs on that shit, bro.
Earmuffs that shit. But I was also surprised because one dude came over and he's like, "Yo, bro, my aunt's freaking in love with you. She said she was coming over. She didn't want to bother you. She saw you at dinner last night. She didn't want to bother you." So I was like, "Oh no!" I was like
a real Jersey guy, right? Like a real Jersey guy.
Yeah, he was. He was a real Jersey guy, and I was like, "Dude, I don't give a shit. Just tell her to come over at dinner whenever. I'm happy to meet anybody." You know?
Oh yeah.
So she comes over. She was one of our biggest fans, but pitching us show ideas, by the way.
Yes.
I said forward on the wall to Lou. Lou loves that.
Yeah. And also, the boys from One Source got me so shit-faced.
Oh my God.
on Friday afternoon, bro. I don't even know how I got back to the car, no less drive to the condo. I get into the bed. I pass out. My wife's calling me for like 2 hours. So when she finally came, she's like, "Where the fuck were you? I was calling you for 2 hours."
Okay.
I wake up and I see somebody on Pete like this. Coops.
Dude, no. This is. Let me tell you from my perspective.
Well,
so
at least you got behind the wheel. That's the most important.
Yeah, that's the most important thing.
No, allegedly. Now you were fine by the time you got on the wheel, but
right.
But no. But what happened was I had walked into the condo. Anna was there. My wife Felicia was there. She goes, "Please do me a favor and get Coobs out here." So she had like a hard ride with the dogs and the kids. Mm-hmm. So I walk in there and I'm like, "Yo, Coobies, where you at, bro? Coobies, hello." And then it's just, and I'm like, and I walk in on a room and I see him there. I don't know if he's breathing. I don't even know if he's breathing. So I'm like,
it's usually snoring. Actually,
I give him a little, a
shaky
shake on the shoulder, and he starts snoring. I was like, all right, at least he's breathing. It took me a good, 1 to 2 minutes to get him up, and finally, when he get up, he's looking through me like a freaking ghost, man. It was a little hair raising, It wasn't as bad as when we did the Geese Boys.
No, that was bad. Yeah.
Moving on.
All right, moving on. Let's get to it. So let's give the shameless plug first.
Word. Well, guys, here we go. As you all know, the show is brought to you by gettinsaltyexperience.com. And by the looks of all the fans that were out this weekend in Wildwood, man, Shevitz, you guys know what's going on. But if you don't, check it out. There's tons of T-shirts, firefighter-related T-shirts, hats, tumblers, cool stuff like this, where we keep our drinking beverages. I love the little Zippo lighter with the fire blowing out the third floor on the side. That's probably my favorite thing. People love the cigar cutters, all that cool stuff. Everything is firefighter related. So if you guys have a firefighter or a who's a friend or a loved one in your life, check us out at gettinsaltyapparel.com. Check us out and help us support the show. Also, guys, in the super chat tonight, if you guys have a question you absolutely positively have to have answered, hit us up in the super chat. It does help us out a lot. You don't have to ask a question. You can just shoot us a shekel or two. I do appreciate it. And guys, I'm going to start asking you now. I need the help. Please help me out. This is for me personally right here. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Hit the like button right now if you're watching. If you haven't subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. We don't send you any updates or emails or anything like that. It is free.
Almost at 20K, Petey.
Yeah, I know we're getting close, but man, dude, I want to hit that
100.
Goal. I want to hit that 100,000 goal. And if we could hit that and get that plaque, the gold plaque from YouTube, man, that would be amazing.
Do it.
So that would be a wonderful thing. And guys,
keep the plaque. I want the suitcase. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. But anyway, guys, remember to subscribe. That would be the first thing. If you can like the show and share, we would really appreciate it. Thank you.
Awesome.
And that is.
I got to say the line of the weekend, which was actually quite funny the first time I heard it, was, "Oh, hey, Coobs, you look a lot taller sitting behind the desk," which was actually pretty funny. But by the time like the fucking 100th guy said that line,
they planned it.
Yeah.
They're really pummeling you too on the Rock video with the bow-legged. It looks like you just got off
I'm
a
sorry
horse.
about that. It's my fault. I should have tightened the shot.
Yeah, all right, so listen, we're gonna have a new segment right here, a new quickie segment. What'd you say last time?
Stick it in your grandma.
Stick it in your grandma. I like it. Right before we're going to do this. Excellent. All right. So we do a little thing we're doing each and every show before we dive into the content.
Yep.
We, as Americans, we're going to say the Pledge of Allegiance. So that's the new thing. Let's do it, Pete.
Here we go.
It up there.
I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Excellent.
Amen. I like it.
Nice. Hey, you know
We're
what?
Americans, baby. Yep.
I think because we couldn't coordinate that with the lag in the internet between the three of us, we're gonna have one of us say it from for every show.
Pete.
Yeah, we'll take turns. Yeah.
Hey,
listen, we're starting out. It's our first time. We got to learn.
Yeah, maybe he'll do it in his Lucky Strike voice. I don't know.
The pledge, America, beautiful golden wheat. Purple mountains.
Majesty.
Majesties. Above the fruited plains. That's right. America, brought to you by Camel Cigarettes.
Holy shit!
Q&A. Let's do it. Come on, do it.
Am I going to show
Jay?
I forgot my drink. I don't even have a drink down here. What the hell am I doing?
Jay.
What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Ellie's going to be so happy. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go. First question coming from the emails. Good evening, gents. Currently at the New York State Fire Academy in the RFFT program. They gave us a tour of the building, and they have a whole room dedicated to Lieutenant Andy Fredericks. I was wondering if you knew him personally, and if so, do you have any stories of him? The Fire Academy holds him in very high regard, and just wanted to know a little bit about him. Thank you, and stay salty, from Gabriel Aquila.
I mean, I work with him. I didn't know him all that well. He was in Squad 18, I believe. I worked a couple of tours with him. Like I said to Louis, I think they promoted him posthumously, so after he died on 9/11. But we got a lot of feedback and a lot of questions back. So he must have been a really super dude from everything that everybody's saying. You know, I didn't know him on that level. I'm sure.
I didn't realize that he was. I guess he was already on the circuit when we were in the squad teaching and doing stuff. Because, like you said, I didn't realize how many people he touched, he motivated, obviously with what he was doing. So, but same as Kevin, I worked with him a few times. I don't really remember. I do remember working with him, but I don't have anything that sticks out to me, to be honest. But we do get that question a lot, so I figured we'd just
throw it on there.
Yeah, I mean, for somebody to get that many hits every week, it's definitely worth mentioning. So rest in peace, brother, for sure. And thanks for asking about him, guys. I got one coming in shit hot from the super chats here. In a company with a second piece, which riding position drives the second rig if the call requires it?
The outside team, which would be the roof and the hook, or the roof and the OV, because the guys on the inside are usually entry in whatever you're doing, whether it's a high angle, so they're getting harnessed up, or they're getting ready,
hazmat or any of that stuff,
whatever it is. The inside team is getting ready, and the other guys are driving.
Yeah, this way when the boss gets off, they could respond right to
the
incident.
They're gonna have their harnesses on and all ready to go.
Nice.
Correct.
You are correct.
Good question.
Where is it?
Correct.
There it is. All right. We haven't heard that one in a minute. All right, boys. Here we go. Another one coming in from the emails. Shit hot, random, and amusing question. I agree. What accents, dialects, impediments, or brogues do you guys remember from other firemen that stand out in your memories as unique or distinctive or perhaps funny? I remember an early episode when Lewis was talking about a guy working with him that had a hipster surfer dialect that he found comical, but I can't remember which episode it's in. Louis kept saying the phrase, and it was great. Anyway, something as soon as you heard it, you automatically knew who the guy is from what he says and how he says it. Thanks, brothers, from Chris. Good question.
Definitely Irish.
Yeah, well, there was a couple guys with brogues. The little short guy in Squad 1, I don't remember his fucking name.
Guy from 41, Squad 41.
Yeah, he was a tall-looking guy.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah,
he was from Maspeth. He lived in Maspeth.
Oh, right. He lived right by the Firehouse. He was in Squad 41. Right, then you got the other guys with the knucklehead, like little Anthony, right? That was the face. Dude, this is a true story when the swine flu was going around. Like, he was a typical Anthony Gualtieri, Minka, like that guy.
Forget about it, too. On my niece's eyes.
I swear on my niece's eyes. So when the swine flu was first going around, like a couple of firemen got it. So it's late at night. It's got to be midnight. It's in the summer. I'm in the TV room snoring away. And all of a sudden I see this. Like, I'm laying like this. He's laying like this. Coops. One of the brothers. He's got the swine flu. The swine flu. I just wanted to let you know.
No vaccine for that one, Coops?
Yeah, no. Whenever you catch him on something, like you say something stupid, you call him. You go,
What's Milner's question I see going by over there?
Okay, so Milner threw us a few shekels, so therefore I'm required to read his question. What type of underwear did you find to be the most comfortable at work? This might actually not.
That would be your old lady's underwear that I had, that came freshly off her first two box.
The thong to the thong.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
I
right.
love Milner's wife's
Milner's
thong
old
on my
lady's
body.
thong was I used to wear. Yep. That was a thing of hers. Does
My
that answer
word.
your question?
Oh my god. Okay, but technically, not Milner's thong, old lady's thong. Did you guys have a preference for underwear at work? Seriously, that's kind of a crazy question.
Something that wasn't white, so you wouldn't leave
something
no
I could hold my package.
Skid marks, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Milner didn't need that. You know,
No, but like, are you allowed to wear synthetic?
I know you're not going down this road of asking this. You know that was.
I gotta ask.
Are you allowed to wear what?
Synthetic, because you can't wear those synthetic like Under Armour type underwear in the military, because if you get blown up,
if you get burned,
to you. Yeah, exactly.
No,
so
I mean they used to say that, but I mean, you mean like silk underwear?
No, like the Under Armour
boxer briefs. I'm a boxer briefs, dark color, so you don't need no skid marks when you get home from the 24. You know, and your old lady looks at it and you're like, "What the hell were you doing?" You know what?
Nasty.
You know, sometimes when you get a run in between. When you're doing your business, you don't always get the clean cigar cutter break. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's a little messy. You got to run down the stairs.
What's the underwear? You know which underwears I just got for my birthday? I like actually the
Tommy John's.
No, the Duluth. No stink, no sweat, no problem.
Really?
Yeah, they're very nice. The boxer briefs. They're boxer briefs. So.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right, I got one.
You know what? We were coming up with a new underwear for the podcast, right? It was well, I told you about it, Ruffy. It was a good idea. We're gonna make boxes that said something about
salty pants.
No, not salty pants.
When you're salty.
No, I know what it is. We were gonna put a picture of the alarm box, and it was gonna say
hold this.
Pull in case of emergency. There we go. So if you want a pair of Gettin Salty boxes that have the box on it, it says pull in case of emergency. Shout it out there.
We really have no shame.
I'll convince.
We have no shame.
There's my boy Pee Wee. Yeah.
Nice.
I'll convince Ruffy into buying a couple dozen pairs to see if they sell.
I like this one coming in shit hot from MCs. This one I went back in the chat to keep this one. I liked it a lot. What would be the dream interview for you guys, dead or alive?
JC.
You know JC.
No.
Abe Lincoln.
Who would want to interview Jesus Christ? I mean, for crying out loud, really?
Yeah.
Abe Lincoln.
Yeah.
No, I mean dead serious. Abe Lincoln, really?
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, you know,
who would you pick?
Why Abe Lincoln over, let's say, someone else?
He's old. He's popular. I don't know.
I would, if I was going old presidents, I would pick Washington, because the guy crossed the Delaware, icy river,
really
on Christmas Eve to murder a bunch of freaking redcoats.
I just watched that documentary. It was very interesting.
You know what?
I didn't know that whole story.
You know what I'm saying? And I have his picture, like literally right over my shoulder, right here, crossing the Delaware. I think that was an important moment. That just goes to show you our resolve that we will come kill you in the middle of the night.
Forget about the Son of God, Jesus Christ. You want to go with Washington? That's what you want to do. Forget about that. Forget about the putting up on a cross 3 days later. You want to. That's what you're telling me.
I'm saying it would be great to interview JC, but you already took that one. JC, man, we're in good hands.
Dude,
Gabe Fox said Coobs and Lou's fathers together.
That would be a good interview, bro.
Right, cool,
really,
I like that.
Why you gotta? Who said that, Gabe? Why do you gotta hit me in the heart, bro?
That's a good one.
Ouch.
That was a good
one.
You know what? Wait, hold on. You know, I want to tell you this. For real. Now, today, I'm not Jesus Christ, okay, unless he comes back for the rapture, which he won't have a lot of time on his hands for this shit. But Buscemi, I would love to get him on the show. Make it happen, people. Yeah, I know. Anytime alive or dead, he asked, right? And I would love to, and I would like to get Leary on the show as well, because I've
but those are possibilities. If these guys would, share it enough, we get big enough. Maybe
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Do me a favor. Go back to Thomas Egan's. Going back to the underwear, because this is me. I don't know why I didn't say Tom. You were thinking in my head, because that's
okay.
Me.
Wear dark underwear because you never can trust a fart.
Yeah, exactly, right, bro. Everybody knows me. You can't trust a fart, bro. Excellent. All right. Don't forget, pull in case of emergency. Let's get Louis to buy it.
Boy.
All right. Go ahead.
Okay. Owen Moeller corrected me, by the way. He's right, not redcoats. He went and killed Hessians. Washington did. Sorry about that, Owen. You're absolutely right. I totally spaced.
Correct.
Wow, I gotta tell you that Owen.
That is wrong.
I did the wrong
thing.
Owen is a man of a lot of information there. Owen Moeller, bro.
He's right. He was right. I was gonna say Hessians too. I don't know why I spaced.
I want Owen on my side in Trivial Pursuit, bro. That fucking guy
he's good.
Killing it. He's
You're good.
Hank said Santa Claus because then you could figure out how he gets to all those places in one night.
Owen majored in history in college. And he has been to Mount Vernon 4 times. Dude, I'm envious. I just read in my spare time.
Listen, not everybody, Hank, is not everybody believes in Santa, you know, like Michael Milner. He's not believing in
what's going on.
Michael doesn't care if fucking Santa Claus, you know what I mean? He's just another Meshuggah.
What were you doing the other night for breakfast, Milner? Oh, was it?
What? He breaks into my house, then I have to feed him with milk and cookies? Fuck that. I don't want him in my house.
I don't want him in the house. I don't care if he leaves the gifts.
Need him. Don't need him.
We need Chanukah.
I forget what he wrote.
7 nights of gifts.
The other day on
Forget the one night. 7 nights.
I was posting something up, and he wrote this whole story about. I forget what the heck he was talking about.
About the tool. About
the tool. And he's right. Yeah, that guy, guys get too much time on his hands. I'm like, really, bro? That guy has too much time on his hands. He's writing a whole paragraph over here.
Yeah. Mike also told Chief Halligan, don't bother with that Halligan shit. It ain't no good.
Wooden hooks
it ain't good
and an axe. We're good enough.
Go back to the pry tool, though. That Halligan shit ain't working.
The claw tool, whatever it was. The claw.
Lucky for the world, Halligan didn't listen.
Tool. Stay with the Kelly tool. Halligan will never sell.
Oh shit!
Bitch.
Sorry, my eyes fucking good. Water.
Milner said he had a tree every year.
He did.
Yeah. Paulie D says, Pete, tell Kevin he's swearing too much again. We're gonna tell his mom.
Oh, Paulie D. Paulie D is the guy who I introduced myself to about 8 times in a row. I forgot who he was.
Well, that's about right. That's
oh my god,
perfect.
There he goes. It's Paulie D. I just met you like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, oh, all right.
All right.
Sorry.
Were you hammered?
Well, he and Gonzo concocted a harebrained scheme to go up to Ellie Kubler.
Right.
And then they go up to Kubler's mom and they on 9/11, and when everything, after the ceremonies and everything, when we were socializing, and then he said, we love Kubes on the show. Oh, thank you. And then he goes, but bending of the elbow, a little too much, the cursing. Oh my God. I've been telling him for months. Poor Ellie. Yeah. All right.
It didn't help that I had a Gettin Salty flask inside my my Class A.
Hey,
filled with moonshine.
We're gonna get your speech from Carrie Tankamus, and I want to hear that on the show at some point. It was phenomenal, right. The best of the best. All right, next one from the emails. If the guys could go back and work at any 3 companies in any year or decade in FDNY history, where would they be and why? Thanks, from Crappy.
Go ahead, Ruffy. Tell Crappy.
All right. First, it would be 31 Truck in the heyday.
Oh.
Second, it would be 103-2 from 1968 to 72, 73. And then it was a toss-up, but I think I'm going to go with the Tonka Truck in 1977.
Oh, you see that? We're close. In the 70s, I'm going with Ladder 112 because I like the sticks, bro. That's how I do it. The 60s, it would be 11 Truck because my old man was in 17 engine and 11 Truck was doing some work back then. And then it would be R2 in the 80s.
I was thinking about R2. That was 80s. Up there with 124, but I figured the first would work.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Shabam.
Tonka truck had the killer, logo on the side of the truck. And was it any particular reasons for those, you guys?
Oh, I told you 11 truckers. They were doing a shit ton of work back then.
Right,
My old man was in 17 engines, so I would be the truck and running in with him. R2 was just doing a ton of work. You know, I like the guys from that era. And then 112 because that bushwick was burning, and I prefer the sticks over the towel ladder.
Patty Lee said you would have the can.
You would dare never hand him the can in the hole.
Never.
Unless you want it thrown down the hole.
I was gonna say. Oh, he made a reference to that over the weekend too. I was talking to somebody. Oh my god.
Ding, ding, ding.
Oh my god. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Another one coming in from the emails. Hello, gentlemen. I'm an engine lieutenant from Washington State. My question is, what size booster tanks do FDNY engines have? Is it standardized across the job, or are there different size tanks in certain areas, on an island, more remote area, etc.? Thanks for the show and what you do. You've helped spawn many good kitchen table conversations and helped grow our knowledge. From Jeremy Morash in Spokane, Washington. Thanks, dude.
500 gallons. I think that's pretty much standard, but I believe it's either 1,000 psi or 2,000, right? Or 2,000 gallons per minute, or the high rises like 258 or the 2,000s, which they have a few more today, but mostly it's 1,000. But it's usually 500 gallons in the booster tank.
They have 1,000 gallon, and isn't that the high rise unit or something like that?
Maybe they do. I'm not too sure. 500
I think we
gallons.
talked about it, but I forget because I'm really not interested in any of
Oh,
that.
there you go. Bobby says 500 gallons. Some Staten Island companies have 750.
That's why we need him.
That's why the next project after the Rock, we're doing the shops, and Bobby Sano is going to be our lead man on that one, baby. Talk all about the history of the rigs. We're going to the shops, just like the Rock. We're going to make a 4-part series out of it. Bam.
I'm going to try to get part 3 banged out this weekend over to legal. So keep your eyes peeled for
when
that.
Louis goes moose hunting. Moose hunting.
Sorry, the moose outside should have told you.
Yeah.
All right.
MC had a good question there. MC, he's coming in shit hot tonight.
Oh, look at him. Old school Squad 288 rig or the new one? Ooh.
The Mac, baby.
The Mac. I don't know if these guys ever saw the Mac. I have it hanging on my wall already. Hold on.
Didn't the Mac allegedly have no governor? Allegedly?
Fast as hell.
It was fast.
Oh, look at these fucking bonzos.
Tilt it forward just a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Oh, well, now I'm seeing the. Yeah, all right. That was fine. There you go. Okay. Wow.
That's Deputy Chief Corrado, me, Ruffy, and JD DeVolio. Now I know who's going to chime in now.
Oh, here comes Patty Lee. Patty Lee's climbing right in.
Yeah.
He's already typing. He's already panicking. He's shaking. You can't even get it out so fast.
You know why I like that rig? Because it was fast as hell, and we put it together. We made a squad rig out of a freaking engine 288. It's awesome. And you remember if we had a job, we weren't going as a squad. Quickie used to dump the booster tank to make it faster.
We were lighter.
They would open up the booster tank, and as we would go down the Long Island Expressway
service road,
water would be pouring out the bottom because the water weighs a lot, and he wanted to get there quicker, allegedly. So we would dump the booster tank going to a job. God forbid we ever had something where we needed water.
Water schmorter.
Got plenty of that in the hydrant. Done.
Patty Lee shaking.
Starting to have nightmares, he said.
Coming in from Fireman is me. Haven't seen him in a minute. Pete, question: what happens to the new studio, and when are the boys planning a show where everyone is in one place?
The first of never.
I mean, that may not.
That might happen.
It might happen. It would have to be like a special show.
Right.
I would say, and then like the studio is relatively much like built, right, Kev? It's all pretty much done in there.
Yeah,
it looks good. It's just that like with Lou being upstate, me being a little more east, and Kev being
that guy
in the LB. There you go. Oh wait, who's that? Who's that puppet back there? We haven't seen him in a while.
You know who that is, Pete? Oh wait,
I don't know.
Wrong way.
Who is it?
Oh, he's peeking out. Who is that, Pete?
I think I'm Chief Steve, and I'm out sick. doesn't mean you can act like a dick. Be a professional is what I say. Don't be a naughty slut while I'm away. I might be limping around at home, but I can check your hours, I can use the fucking phone. When I'm gone, you'll miss the love between us. No matter what, my brother's still a penis, and I'm Chief Steve.
Never gets old, bro. You know what? That is on my top list. I need a Chief Steve number 4.
We need a new one. We got to do a new one, dude.
We're going to do one during the week instead of a cup of Joe. We're going to play all 4 back to back, bro. That's what we're going to do.
All right, I got to grab them all up. Yeah. And then
I got to come up with a 4th one.
All right, well, let's definitely do it. I need another Chief Steve in my life, 100%. Yeah. How is Chief Steve doing? I'm asking.
You got the picture I sent you of Chief Steve.
What his photo,
his selfie.
I don't think I do actually.
Dude, you know?
I'm pretty sure I don't. But is he trying to get back on the gig or what? No,
he's October, the second week of October. Now he's going in for a knee replacement.
Oh my God!
Yep.
It's like a chain of events.
It's gonna be like RoboCop.
Yeah, he's gonna have all new parts.
Well, yeah, I mean, but it makes sense because in the kinetic chain, everything's starting with the ankle, shooting up to the hip. And he's going to get wrecked too. That's nuts. I feel so bad.
I have the picture right here. I'm going to send to you, Pete.
All right, shoot it.
Yep.
Shoot the J.
I'm sending it to Lou and Pete text thread.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah. So he's having his knee replaced next month, in which he didn't even tell me till like last week. He's a man of many words. Yeah. So by the way, I'm having my knee replaced next week. Oh, okay. Good for you.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Let me just drop this on my computer here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's a bummer, dude. Because I know how much he loves the job, and I know
a lot of metal in there, dude.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you know what? I don't want to see him get any more hurt. His old lady's probably trying to get him to stay home.
He hurt me with his words.
Oh my God.
And I was very angry with him.
I was hurt at work today.
I think that's what Chief said. I think that's what he said when he went down to see Dr. Kelly. I was hurt at work
today.
and he didn't like the answer he got about getting back in, so he said,
maybe I could sue for punitive damages that you're giving me.
You buy this
sue everybody.
Stuff. I don't know. Sue every. And then you know what they said to him?
Holy shit.
There's Chief Steve's selfie.
Look at that awful X-ray.
What are those? Those look like nails in his foot.
I don't even know what that's a fake that's a fake ankle. It's a plastic.
Oh my God. Yeah. Holy shit.
It's like JC right there. He's got a couple of nails in there.
Dude, hold on a sec. This is gnarly. Look at this. No, those are screws.
Oh, they are screws. Now I could see it.
Dudes. And then I guess so the ankle's real. Can he even walk?
It looks like a binky, like a kid's binky in his.
Looks like something else.
Holy oh no, the memes tomorrow. What did you say that for? All right, send the memes to coopspodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, don't send them to me.
Holy shit. All right. All right, let's go to another one here. Hold on a sec here. Let me just get everything together. All right. Good afternoon, Lou and Kev. Does the city still use a High-X foam unit? Can you share any experience you've had with the High-X unit? How effective was this kind of foam attack? And thank you for your time from Ken Lockard Sr., Southampton, FT.
See how we go right from Chief Steve right into this, because 212 used to be the High-X foam unit. That's where Chief Steve went at a Proby school before he went to Ladder 138. Now it's engine 260, and they're the High-X foam unit. Go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, if you really want to lose the entire building, then you use the High-X foam.
Yeah, I was talking to my brother about it. He says that's, it basically chases the fire on. You shoot that in there, it pushes the fire somewhere else. But I don't know. I mean, I've had a couple where not the High-X where we've used when we had the big hazmat fuel leaks, right, Roof? Remember that night we had to keep bringing foam over there. But I know the brown foam is out now. They don't use that. it's carcinogenic. So they took that out of service. So that, the green have some gold foam now or something. I don't know what they use on fuel leaks. That's
I was going to say it has to be good for hazmat applications, right? I mean, that's like got to be a hazmat thing or no?
No, high X.
Yeah.
No, I remember that picture that we just showed on the Cup of Joe.
Yeah.
Where you go,
the fan. They use the fan.
Yeah, they pushed the foam into a building like that.
No shit. I was relocated. I was working in 262 or 263, I forget. And we got relocated to Manhattan. They had a job in a shoe store. It was like a 4 or 5 story building, and the store obviously was on the first floor and in the basement. And we went there, and after we relocated, I think to 5 engine. And when we went there, they were blowing the foam in there into the basement, and it went through the whole building. And then there was a towel out of job.
You know what they say when you fire in a shoe store, right? 100 souls lost.
Can you make a shoe smell?
I love that one right up here.
Dude, I said that to a kid in the other day at the show. He goes, you guys got a XL on that shirt? I said, can you make a shoe smell? And he looked at me like, what? Like,
you gotta say, I'm very funny. You're missing a lot of funny stuff here.
These young kids, they just don't understand.
Oh yeah.
You got them all confused. All right, another one from the email. Hey fellas, love the show. First off, always makes my day when I see a new episode. Cool, man. I'm a track worker for NYCT and was wondering if you had any memorable subway jobs. Stay salty. From Tim.
You go back. I have 3, so you can go first, and then I'll go. Then you go.
I mean, most of the time, unfortunately, when you go to a train job, it's for a man under, so it's generally not memorable. Yeah, I mean, I've had some guys. Space cases are usually memorable. I did have one out of the, I've had a lot of guys squished between the platform and the train, but one guy was alive. In fact, I think I might have been in 117. I don't know if Lieutenant Lee was working that time, but one guy was alive for a short time while we were there. But
that's no good.
Most of the time, I don't really.
I had the one on the Long Island Railroad where, you remember when they started that whole thing, Mind the Gap now, Pete, because this girl fell between the gap and the platform, and then she crawled out and she got run over and she lost her leg. She wound up dying too. There was a young kid. They were drinking. They were going to a concert on Roosevelt Island, not Roosevelt Island, where the Rock is on. Randall's Island. Yeah, right. They're going to Randall's Island. She fell through, and that's. I remember there was so much blood I could smell. Sometimes you can smell like almost like the iron in the blood or something. It was a mess.
Yeah.
Mess.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So he was saying, mostly it's squished guys. It's a mess. It's nasty. And the difference is SOC, Special Operations, will go under the train without power off. Other companies are told not to go down, but SOC, as a general rule of thumb, we would still go under with the third rail.
Some companies do.
Some companies do, but as a rule of thumb, most of them will not go on the tracks if it's still live.
And we had a couple in the elevated track too. You remember we used to get the elevated track.
I had one time in the elevated track in Roosevelt Avenue, bro.
And the foot was on the floor.
Yeah, and shit started falling onto the windshields of the cars below, and people were screaming. It was like a horror movie. Parts of the body were falling down.
I had one. The foot was on what is that? Roosevelt Avenue.
Yep.
Well, that's just for the people who are watching elsewhere who don't understand. We have trains that run above and below ground, so that's why shit was falling down onto the cars below. But I mean, listen, that was abundantly clear in the Rock video when we were at the training facility, and I mean, what a great. It just makes it like even cooler now when you think about it. When you relate your stories, and then you have Chief Lieb showing us all the different signage that you guys learn. And when you do have a third rail, I was going to ask you, do you just stay away from it, like on the opposite side of the track, or do you just work around it?
We slide the shoes. We have these wooden paddles that you stick between the shoes where the shoes touch the third rail, and you slide a wooden paddle underneath the paddle, and you break the contact on 3 of the shoes.
When the thing is humming, like it's
theoretically, that's supposed to cut the power off to that train car itself.
No matter where you go, there you are.
Shit.
Yeah.
Allegedly,
Can't hide from yourself.
Allegedly, I knew a kid when I was young, some wacky kid who would write graffiti between the third rails on the double-sided train tracks. Allegedly, I knew a kid who did that.
Yeah.
Very scary situation.
So Mike Kelly is in the chat. I just saw something where he just wrote. He says, "No matter where you go, there you are."
Ah.
That was Richie Sclafani from 103. That was his line. He used to say.
Oh yeah.
He used to say all the time, "You can't hide from yourself. No matter where you go, there you are.
Yeah.
You can't hide from yourself." That's what he used to say.
I like that. Sounds like a shirt, maybe, man. No matter where you go, there you are.
Oh my God. So
I had this big drunken Polish guy one time, not by the subway, but by the railroad yards down to Maspeth, Ruffy, the cargo trains there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He got his arm severed off, but he was so drunk, dude, that he came out and he was flailing that stump all over the place, bro. Speaking Polish, we couldn't even get a hold of him. And
Don't be giving no fuck shit.
Dane Martin walked about 100 yards down the track
To go get the arm.
Came back with his arm, but he was flailing that arm around like he felt no pain whatsoever, bro.
No,
Gibbering or Polish or whatever the hell he was speaking. Yeah.
I mean, we get them, but I think Manhattan the guys in Manhattan.
Oh, they get
deal
a
with-
lot. We would go to a couple of months, man.
Right. Yeah. At least
senior dude Hank Mollet said he had a space case where the guy was talking to him, and then the pressure pants were put on him. But when we pushed the train from the platform, we lost him immediately. So
yeah,
it's like I guess just like a tourniquet almost in that way, and then everything goes.
Well, once the blood is, when they spin around, like the bottom will spin and the top will stay, so it kind of holds the blood there. But as soon as you move the train,
and the toxins, all the toxins,
releases the toxins, right?
Jeez. Yeah. Right. Because they're stuck for a while. It's like having a tourniquet on. That's why you have to put the time on a tourniquet. Yeah. I got it.
Sometimes they call the family down and like they do all sorts of crazy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never seen that, but
I've been known to expel a couple of toxins out of my body on duty now and again.
He ain't lying.
Nope.
In your bunker pants.
Oh, Gonzo said the acid in the blood is what that when it releases kills you.
Okay. Joe Champion in the chat. Email us at gettinsaltyexperience@gmail.com. gettinsaltyexperience@gmail.com.
Yeah.
All right.
Jamie Merlino knows poison in the blood will get you. Yeah, that alcohol that you guys would feed me in my blood got me on Friday, Jamie.
I got some.
I kept saying to Jamie and Bill, give me a gentle pour. Give me a gentle pour. It wasn't so gentle, bro.
I got some.
You look at Bill. He ain't doing anything. Gentle. The guy's a man's man.
He is. He's like a lumberjack. Big Bill.
I'm looking at some apple pie something or other on my shelf in a mason jar. So
I have mine right there in the fridge.
Mamma mia. All right. QCs. I say, look at my comments. All right. Yeah. Okay, guys. The 5 bells have to go through Coobs and Lou. Okay. So shoot us an email about that, and then we will, of course, take a look at that, of course, for another show, accordingly. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Question 7 from the email. Enjoy the show. Got a couple questions for you. Why do you call the outriggers on the trucks tormentors? And number 2, on many of the YouTube videos of companies pulling out of quarters, the chauffeur will stand next to the rig to start it up before getting in. Why? Keep up the good work. Dan from Huntley, Illinois.
Okay, Coop, you answer the second question first there.
Well, when I used to get the run, I would turn the rig on. That way the MDT fires up. The computer, it fires up. So when we get on, it's already up and loaded and ready to go. And I can hear also if they should be calling me on the radio, I can hear it on the rig.
Yeah, the scanner takes a while to boot up as well. It takes a little bit of time.
So I would start the rig, get everything booted up while the guys were getting this shit done. Because I wouldn't put on, I had my bunker pants on, but I wouldn't wear my bunker coat or anything like that so I could get there quicker.
See, and then the other, Peter, you have a picture. I sent you a picture of the outrigger.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I do have that. Here we go. And boom.
So that's the outrigger there, and the tormentor is in the front. It's like I guess it's just a jack. I actually wanted to make sure of that terminology because I know guys would use different terminology, and so I just wanted to make sure. So I called up Elvis.
Elvis.
Elvis has left the building.
Oops. Sorry.
Elvis is your outrigger, my outrigger.
All right. There's the difference.
Go.
All right. Here we go. Go. Shoot the J. All right. Cool. So, here's a long one. All right. Question number 8 coming in from the emails. Hey guys, big fan of the show. I watch it every week and preach to my public safety friends to watch it as well. Please know that a lot of people benefit from what you're doing with this podcast through the experience and wisdom you all have to offer through stellar careers. Pete's industry too. All right, sure. I wanted to ask a question regarding the 19 men that were lost from Squad 288 Hazmat 1 on 9/11. Is there any way that Lou and Kevin could tell us a short story about each of them or what they were like? I imagine that there's probably a lot we could learn from them and their legacy. If it's too hard or long to mention, I apologize and would never be offended if it wasn't answered. I just figured it would be nice to hear. See you at the big one. Thanks. He didn't want to.
Yeah, Ruff, you take a couple, I'll take a couple. That's fine.
All right, so I just I'm going to go. I mean, all the guys we were close with, but I was very close with Joe Hunter and Timmy Welty. I remember a story with Timmy Welty quick that Timmy Kelly was the boss, and they went out east somewhere for a job. And as it turned out, they ended up getting the line. And the fire was up on the second floor, a lot of fire. And as they were, Timmy Kelly told this story as the lieutenant. And he said that as they were going up the stairs, the nozzle popped off the front of the line. Like it wasn't, I guess it wasn't screwed on good, or I don't know what was going on. So Welty, instead of like coming down, he said that he stuck his hand over like half of the butt to make it like spray. And he stood there for a couple of minutes, like trying
to get out of the box, bro.
Until they told him they got to get out of there, and they had another line. Obviously, they called for another line right away. But yeah, Timmy Kelly told that story. It was pretty funny. I don't know if I've ever even told this story. It just so happened because I'm going hunting. I was going through my my gun cabinet and getting stuff all together for the trip, and I have something in my locker. In this since I retired, I keep it in my gun cabinet. But there was a on 9/11 when Joe Hunter was like the coolest cat. I think I've said that before, that you ever could meet, like legit. Like he was such a cool guy, good looking guy, good fireman, just starting out. He had only had a couple of years, was going to really be the best that the job had. He really was, as a boss or just as a fireman. If he would have been in the the busiest companies. So. And he smoked Marlboro Reds all the time. Like he was always smoking, but he looked like James Dean. I used to call him James Dean.
Yeah.
And
he had a voice like this.
There's a picture of him here. This is him. Right. So, I mean, you could just look at him there and you could tell, like, look at the chin, the girls loved him. He was a bartender on the side. So he was always, giving me all the, living through him there a little bit. And and I became very close with him. And the day that I got on 9/11, I got down there right after the second tower collapsed. I was working on the side. Joe had taken the overtime that day. And when I got down there, it was a mess, right? It was dust everywhere, the whole thing, right? So I ended up getting together with some guys. In fact, I saw a couple of guys from 288 that hadn't been to 9/11. I hadn't seen them. Original members, charter members, I haven't seen them. This was the first year, the 20th anniversary, that they showed up in a long time. So it was really good to see them. We went out to the bar and we had a lot of stories. And I was telling them the story that while I'm standing there and we're just starting to get some information and we're trying to gather up some tools and stuff, a guy came up to me that had like a basket, like it looked like he went to the bodega or the deli and just, everybody was taking crap and giving it out, bottles of water, food, whatever it was. And the guy came up to me with a basket of stuff, right? And there was water, there was shit there. And he just like stuck it in my face. I'm like, no, man, get out of here. And then I looked and he had cigarettes there. And I said to the guy, "Hey, bro, get over here. Come here. I said, "You got any Marlboros in there?" And the guy said, "Whatever's in here, man, whatever's in here." And I look, and there's no Marlboros. So I took a pack of cigarettes for Joe because I knew when I found him, he was going to want a cigarette, So this is the pack of cigarettes, right? So
that's what you were showing me before.
I had this in my locker for 20 years or whatever it was, 18 years. So I had this in my pocket with his picture above it in my locker for 18 years. And every time I used to come into work, I used to see the cigarettes there with Joe's picture. I'd say, "What's up, Joe?" And that was it. So now when I just happened to, I said, "Where the heck am I going to put these cigarettes?" when I cleaned out my locker from when I retired. So I brought it home. And actually, when I looked to my right, my gun cabinet is right here. Through the glass, I could see, those cigarettes.
Nice.
But I was thinking about how stale those things would probably be right now. But they're not.
Yeah.
But it's not no lucky strikes. It's a lucky strike.
It's not a lucky strike. I'll go through a couple of short stories with them because there's too many guys. Adam Rand was a short, little red-headed, pudgy guy, right? And he was a funny guy, and he had this really cute, thin, tall Irish girl friend named Fiona. So he comes in one morning and he says, "You're not going to believe what I did. My girl, we're messing around." And you know how when you want to clean yourself up, you grab a baby wipe to clean yourself up? He grabbed the Clorox cleanup and he wiped himself up, and he came in and he pulls down his pants and his all burning, and his red hair on his balls were white. They were all white. He bleached his ball hairs white. Now, John Ialpi was a ball buster. He would love to get out. He wouldn't care if you were a senior guy. He wouldn't care what it was, just to get a rise out of you. He busts this guy's balls, Paul Baldwin, who was from Rescue One, who came to us. Senior guy who's busting his balls so much that Paul Baldwin says, "I'm going to get back at him, man." He takes apart his locker when John's off duty, takes the screws out of the bottom, and takes a whole pizza pie, shoves it in, and screws it back down in his locker. This thing starts to rot, and every time John comes, he's like, "Anybody smell that? What the fuck is that smell?" And this is going on. It must have been like 6 months before he figured out it was his own locker. He just took it, he threw it down the stairs because he put the pizza into his fucking locker. Who else we got? Ronnie Kerwin, excellent engineman. He used to say engine. The engine. You want to know anything about the engine or being a chauffeur? Ronnie was the guy, top to bottom, would tell you about being an engine chauffeur. Ronnie Kerwin, the lieutenant, straight away, Boy Scout type of guy, great fireman. He was in, I think, ladder 126, right?
He was, yep.
Yep, straight away.
He had a pocket protector.
Yep, pocket protector. He was a straight away fucking
no, dude, the guy was like real deal.
Yeah,
man.
Yep. And then our little buddy, Petey Brennan, funniest little dude, could get under your skin, really, really fucking dry sense of humor. Like one time we went to a collapse in Manhattan and there was like 1,000 pornographic gay tapes. And every morning Pete would get up early, sit there with a cup of coffee and a donut, and you put on gay porn on the TV. Guys would be like, "Wah, wah," and guys would walk in, they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck?" And Pete would be like, "What's the matter, dude? What's up?
Dude, what do you mean, dude?
What do you mean, dude? What?" Dude. Yeah, that was his thing every morning. So that's it for Petey. And we could go on with stories forever. Brian Sweeney is a great fireman, went to Rescue One. He came back and actually was working. Him and Ialpi were tight. They were buddies, and he came back. I think he owed somebody a mutual. Oh, he was detailed. He owed somebody a mutual in 288, and he worked him.
He worked back. He came back. Yep.
Came back, and he wound up dying. But he was working. Yeah, he was in Rescue One anyway. So either way, I think that would have been it. Yep. That's it. We can go on all night and tell you stories. Oh, look at that, buddy.
Yeah. I needed to. I kind of felt weird about buying something, but I know they set up a table in that back room after everything was over to buy at 288 to buy patches and T-shirts, and I also have this challenge coin from 288.
Nice.
And I don't know. That was
got one of these, bro.
Oh, I definitely don't got one of those.
You know what that was, right? Do you remember where that came from, Ruffy?
Hoppy.
That was Hoppy's Black Ops patch. Hoppy was as a PJ, an Air Force PJ.
Oh, no shit.
So he would put us through crazy drilling, and if he felt at that point that you earned your Black Ops 288 patch, he would give it to you, and you put it on your coat.
That's crazy.
You have to be a hard
took
shot.
that serious. We took that serious.
Oh yeah, man.
I mean, for me, that was the most significant 9/11 ceremony in 20 years. So I was, I don't know, man. I just felt like I wanted to take something home with me, and this is I've been wanting to show this on the show, but this is going up on my wall. Like this is going to be right next to all the cool stuff back here. Yeah, I mean, you know what? 288. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to be a bum.
Yeah, see what Mikey wrote. He's like, right? Remember when Hoppy said that to? I forget what company he said that to. Maybe it was 136. It's called aggressiveness. Get used to it.
Oh yeah. They were like, what's up with you guys?
Like, what are you guys doing? He's like,
yeah, you got all you guys got attitudes. He says it's called aggressiveness. Get used to it.
That 288 patch that you got there, the Black Ops patch was badass though, man. That's awesome.
I forget.
All right, boys. Thanks for sharing that, you guys. I know that could be tough. And Lou, that was some story, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. All right. Moving on. Question number 9 coming in from the emails. Hey, brothers, huge fan of the show. It's truly one of a kind. I'm a big proponent of Firehouse culture and the difference it can make on operations and day-to-day life, being aggressive. All right, there you go. Company pride, taking care of each other, etc. 2-part question. What do you think makes a solid culture? And 2, what can individual members, regardless of rank, do to build on existing culture to make it even better? Keep up the great work. Blake, a nobody fireman from nowhere, self-proclaimed.
All right.
Nowhere FD. Like it.
Work hard. Keep the traditions up. Do things outside the job together. Go on trips or go to ball games or whatever. But work hard. Drill hard. Work hard. And when you go to jobs, that cohesiveness will build. If you drill hard and then you execute well when you're at a job.
Well, I think that's like for us, Coops. That's when we first started, right? So we were building that from the get-go. But like if you get at a school and you go to 58 and 26, right? It's there already, right? The tradition is there already.
And you do that.
Yes, you keep your mouth closed. But I think the culture is from the senior guys, right? If you have good bosses and good senior men, you have no choice but to conform into that. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna get it unless you're really out of the loop and don't want to be part of that. You're going. It's easy to do that once you have good senior men and good bosses because. Okay. But I think in places where you have a lot of retirements or you don't have bosses that have been there for a long time, right? Any place that has bosses that have been there for an extended period of time, it's good to have that because it keeps the company, identity. When there's a quick rotation of bosses or a quick rotation of senior men, it's tough to keep that tradition, and it's a little bit more work, I think, in that regard.
Yeah, one other thing I want to tell you about the culture, like make your mind up yourself about other guys. Don't let guys influence you because there's jealousy in the fire service. There's guys who single out one guy and they break his balls because whatever. Maybe he's a hard driller, maybe he's whatever, and they don't like him. Make up your opinion and your mind about somebody based on your interaction with that person and not everybody else in the firehouse when you get there. Let that guy make his own, even if he's there 15 years, let him make an impression on you, and then you judge the guy by your interaction, not fucking 10 other idiots in the firehouse telling you that this guy's a shitbag. And there was something else in there, PD, about a guy who asked it twice about how to stand out in the academy.
Yeah.
Super chat.
So what if that? This is from the super chat right here from Mateo. He's asking tips to stand out for firefighters during academy. So that's
I would say you really don't. You want to be anonymous and you want to do the job and do your job well. They used to say there's 3 A's, right, Ruffy? Anonymous, all-star, and asshole. You don't want to be you want to be anonymous. You don't want to be an asshole. And if you want to take the job serious and and excel at the PT and excel at your knots, and then you'll stand out to them. You don't have to just do what you're supposed to in the academy and do it well, and then you'll stand out. But there's nothing wrong with being anonymous, going through and learning.
If the guy knows your name, you're doing something wrong, bro.
Yeah, usually, if they know your name,
right? Exactly. Just shut up and do what you have to do, and that's it.
Yep.
My understanding of that, guys, would be to be really eager, right? Like eager in that way, not where you're a nuisance, but eager, like you really want the job. You really want, is that the right way to put it, boys? Like,
well, everybody who's there is eager, but if they give you homework, if they tell you to go home and learn the knots, make sure you go home and learn the knots. And when you go there the next day and they ask you to tie a knot in front of them, you could tie the goddamn knot. You know what I mean? So they'll say, Refrano, tie this knot. You tie the knot, they'll go to the next guy. But if you fucked the knot up 5 times, now they know Refrano fucked up the fucking knot 5 times. Now the name Refrano sticks in their head. Oh, Refrano's a fuck up. So do your job, stay under the radar, and if you're exceptional, at the end of the whole thing, they'll probably figure
that
it
will
out.
Shine out.
Yeah,
right. You don't have to do anything for that. If you just take care of your business, that's gonna be there at the end.
That goes along for the whole time on the job. Go to the firehouse.
Your life.
Yeah, keep your mouth shut, your ears open, and work hard. That's gonna go as soon as you get into the firehouse.
The academy is going to be the easiest time of their fire career, right?
I don't know about easiest, but I mean, you plug in the same formula the whole time on the fucking job, you'll be fine. Shut the fuck up.
Meaning like all the jobs are going to be harder than shit that that they're doing at the academy, right? Like when you're at a real fire and the shit's going down, right?
Yeah, but you're not going to have guys screaming in your face like you would at that goes for boot camp when you're in the Marines or whatever. You got guys screaming in your face, trying to make you fail. Is it the same as fighting in a real war? No, but it's still that the same formula works when you leave the fucking PT or the academy or you leave basic training. You use that same formula throughout your whole fucking career. You'll be fine.
Nice. Chris Burke is coming in from the chat. He's asking, "Hi Pete, I have a question for the guys. Are the probies taught any techniques, skills that were introduced from other departments from around the world?"
Around the world, I know they teach the not when I was there, but now I believe they're teaching some firefighter removal skills, right, Ruffy? They do the Denver drill with them, I believe, in probie school. There's a lot of more advanced stuff. I don't know about around the world, but around the country for sure. When we were there,
the world? No,
around the world. Yeah, I don't know about around the world, but around the country, they're implementing other stuff, mostly from where something went, sideways, whether it was a firefighter down or firefighter removal or whatever it was. They start teaching that at the Rock now, I think.
Yeah, man. Right on. Okay. Last question, and this is coming in from the emails, and it says here, "Good afternoon, brothers. Great show week after week. Been watching with my crew for the last few months and always looking forward to the next Thursday to see a new guest. On a pretty regular basis, I hear you and your guests mention all the great chauffeurs you've had over the years. Just curious, from your perspective, what you feel like makes a great chauffeur versus a knob turner. Being in the service for 20 plus years, I've seen more than my fair share of chauffeurs. We call them engineers who fall across the spectrum from terrible to great. Just wanted to get your perspective as well. Thank you, from SMD." That's it.
What makes a great chauffeur?
Getting water. Getting water. The number one. Actually, getting him there safe is number one. Knowing how to get there. Knowing if you first do, or your first do area, second do, third do, knowing how to get there, knowing where the other companies are coming from, so you don't wind up getting into a collision with the other companies. Getting water, know where your hydrants are, and know how to pump. Basically,
taking care of the
you're
rig,
the guy.
like a Cadillac that you have in your garage at home.
Correct. Always check the rig, check the pumps, make sure it goes into pumps, make sure the tank is full, all that shit. But you got to get the water. It's like what is it, like 9 or 10 minutes of absolute mayhem and pandemonium until you have water flowing through that rig into the lines. Then you can kind of, but that first 10 minutes, you're the guy. You got to get him water. because you don't put water on the fire, everybody knows what the fuck happens. So get water on the fire, get the guys there safe. That's a good show as far as truck company. Know how to, right, roughly, know how to throw the sticks, know how to throw portables, keep your eyes open for guys showing at the windows.
Most of the time, those are going to be generally more senior guys in the company anyway, especially, on our job here. Not always, but most of the time. So most of those guys, if they've been in that company for a long time, they're generally aces anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yep.
Right on.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. I'll never forget. I'll tell you right now. We talked about this with the guys who came from for the service. We went up to O'Neill's. We joke around how that place burnt down. I was working that night, so I saw the fire through the roof. I told the guys to grab 2 lengths, and I drove a good distance to a hydrant way away. Even though there's a hydrant right in front of the building, I could have taken that one. But I know if this shit, which looked like it was going to go sideways, I want the truck in front of the buildings. Don't you know I had a whole bunch of guys from nowhere companies telling me, oh, cool, you had a fucking hydrant in the front of the building. You couldn't take that one. I'm like, no, if you knew anything about being a fucking chauffeur, you know that I'm leaving the fucking front of the building open for the fucking truck.
Towel on.
Yeah. So go fuck yourself. How you like that?
Why are you getting all angry?
I am, right?
Shit sticks with you for years.
You know why? Because I know who it is, and the guy irritates the shit out of me. I'm not going to say who it is.
Well, give him a
I
slap.
know who it is. Yeah.
Well, you know your fucking job, and sometimes
Take it easy, Pete. Don't, Pete.
Don't
get him around. I just calmed him down. Now you're going to get him all riled up again.
You're right.
See how you were feeding right into that.
All right, I'm back. Happy meeting.
Snapped out of it. I know how to get him. Snap him right up.
He got me back. Yep.
Hey, I want to say one thing. Regards to that culture thing, someone in the fans page today asked if we were ever going to get a plaque on the phone fire building, right? And we had announced this prior on the show, but I guess people still didn't understand what's going on with that. So to those who may not know or may not have heard, or to the gentleman in the fans page regarding the culture, due to Danny Noonan coming on the show and us throwing it to Chief Frank Lee of the FDNY training facility, they are going to dedicate an entire area of the Rock to the phone fire guys who were there. Of course, the line of duty deaths, and also the guys like Noonan who were affected from that fire over the years due to cancer, so on and so forth, and illness. So, I think, we're not, I'm not saying this to, this is not like us patting ourselves on the back right now. I'm just very proud of this show. It's all Noonan really. And we just kind of took the message from point A to point B with
Chief Lee really, and it was the Fire Bell Club as well. They reached out to us after we had the show, and
I believe that's going to take place on the anniversary of that fire. Yep.
Yeah, sometime next February, is it? Something like that.
I think it's in February. Correct. Yeah. So we'll be going down there. We'll probably do a show right from there again. So everybody can.
Not live. Everybody. Everyone thinks we're going to do a live show.
No, not live. We're going to
like
tape
a segment. Shoot a segment.
Yeah, a segment. Correct. And the other thing is, you said doo-doo.
Did I say doo-doo?
No, Pete said doo-doo.
I do.
I said doo-doo.
Doo-doo.
Anyway, yes. I just thought that in terms of the culture, that's one thing that we learned about the Rock, which is that, there's any decoration there has meaning, as Chief Lieb said in one of our previous videos, our first one there. And, this one means a lot.
Decorate with a purpose.
Yeah, decorate with a purpose. Exactly what he said. There you go, Louis. And that means a lot to us. It really does. So, thank you to the FDNY Fire Academy, and thank you to Chief Lieb for helping us make that happen. It's really an honor. It's an honor to be a part of that. So thank you.
I want to throw one more while we're talking about it. I might have said this story right, but I got to say it again because Lou was talking about how cool Joe Hunter was. I got a real quick Joe Hunter story. So this is with the old Mac. We get a job 6 o'clock in the morning. We're I think we're a squad, but Captain Murphy says to stretch a 2.5 because it's commercial going right off of Roosevelt Avenue. Corner commercials, like a whole bunch of stores going down Roosevelt and a whole bunch of stores coming up Woodside Avenue. Stretch to 2.5. We're about to go in, and another company, which will remain nameless, opens up a line right in the window and the fire wraps around and blows. I got the nut pipe. Joe's backing me up right in our faces, knocks me on my back, go flying, get up. I was, a little bit shaking at this fireball coming at us. And I turn around to Joe Hunter and he goes, nice. He goes, then after that, right? After that, he goes like this. He goes, cool. Correct. He goes, cool, you okay? I'm like, yeah. He goes, good. He goes, just later, just want to let you know that your eyebrows are missing now. Nice. That Joe Hunter voice, the raspy voice, right? Nice.
Oh my God.
Love that guy.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So what else we got, Pete? Anything else? Because I got a couple of things coming up here.
No, that was just that was all the questions. We're good with that. And I don't know. We never showed those pictures, Kev. Is that what you want to talk about?
Oh yeah, throw them quick. Because Hank's in the room, so we'll talk about them quick.
Frank, you mean Frank?
Frank Mollet is in the room. Okay, so we talked last week about the last time that the safety net was deployed, and I got some more information about it. Hank sent me these pictures. This was a fire that occurred while Hank was a probie in where was he a probie? No, he was in the engine. He was in 280, right? So if Hank finds it, tells him where it is before I get to it. I have to find. And this is also an update on Chief Kleehouse, who is doing fine. It says this goes hand in hand. I'll read you what Chief Kleehouse says. I am okay. My wife and I have not been having a lot of problems with our hackers on both our Facebook's accounts, blah, blah, blah. Someone created their own page in my name. And also in the top picture, the circle, a picture of myself, also of the page 3 with a strange cat. They use this page to contact good friends of mine. So people who are friending Chief Kleehouse, just to, that he's not getting it. He's not being Mr. Shy Guy or not friendly. Just that his fan page, his Facebook and his wife's Facebook was hacked.
Tons of bitches.
Yep. It says here, you also showed a picture of Hank holding the life net. That was being held underneath us as we were trying to remove a victim who was wedged in a casement window. And Hank says that the victim was unconscious. So now listen to these guys that were there, other than Frank Mollet as a probie. Richie Evers, Larry Weston, and myself were on the tip of 132's aerial, and John Vigiano and Lee Ielpi were alongside us in 105's bucket.
Whew.
Yeah, man.
Get that other picture.
This was a fifth alarm factory fire on Waverly Avenue between Fulton Street and Atlantic Avenue, 1979. R2 was assigned on the box from Carlton Avenue.
Look at that.
So,
dude.
Yeah, they're trying to get a guy off there. So how you like that? You talk about your A team there. There's your A team trying to get him off with a young probie who would have known Frank Mollet on the bottom, holding the safety net. Yep.
No wonder Hank is the senior dude who's always got the right answer. Look who he's working with.
Yep.
Badass, dude.
Yep.
Really badass, Hank. Awesome, bro. Awesome work.
Yeah, man.
Hank's great guy, man. I was so happy to meet him finally in person, at the
Frank
thing. For a good old Frank.
Still got a full head of hair, that old Frank. Good job.
He's looking good, man. Nice.
Yep. All right. So listen, some future shows that we're working on. We were shooting the shit. I'd like to have a game show between Beef and Fuchs. Warren Fuchs. We'll have a little battle of the dispatches.
Battle of the box.
Battle of the boxes.
Yeah.
We got the rig show coming up. We're going to go to the shops, talk about engines and ladders and
Bobby
how they
Sarno,
fix them.
283. How you doing?
Bobby Sarno. Yep.
We got Thursday.
Thursday we have Kirk, Lester, Harlem guy from 43 Truck in Harlem. Then I believe he was in 30 Truck as a lieutenant.
Correct.
Excellent.
Correct. We got Chief
Monday.
DiBernardo on the 27th.
Excellent. So we're starting to rock. We're vamping it up. We're starting to rock and roll. And then
Thursday, I'm getting the hell out of Dodge. I'm leaving.
This Thursday already?
No, next
Come
Thursday.
on.
Next Thursday, bro.
The what?
The 30th. The 30th. Ah!
Did we just go through this?
Yes. No Lou. Remember, on October 4th, we have the second edition of Cat Murphy and Hank.
Drill
on some roof ops. Yep. October 14th, Big Jim McCluskey, Rescue 4. He was in 30 Truck. The 21st, we got Greg Piccone, engine 230, ladder 132. And then 28th of October, right before Halloween, we got the Galleon and Rocky show. How do you like them apples, baby?
Bring the pizza.
Bring the pizza.
Pizza.
And we're also working on another show with our buddy Louis Amorosi, who is a chef, right? And we want to have all our past guests. He's going to cook for us. We're probably going to break his balls and each other's balls. And we're going to sit down for a dinner made by Louis Amorosi. We'll see who's in town. I don't know if Bobby Gallio's in town. Amoroso, I'm sorry, you're right. So that'll be fun, man. We're cooking. It's like the real Firehouse kitchen table, except we'll be eating. And there you go. That's what I got.
Wow.
Nice.
It's a lot.
Coming up. Do me a favor. Will you, Pete, put the banner up, will you? Like, subscribe, and share, you fucks. Let's go, man. Come on.
Throwing a lot of F-bombs around tonight.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fuck it. We'll do it live. Like, subscribe, and share, you sons of bitches.
Do it.
No. I mean, really, honestly, guys, that's the number one thing for us is to subscribe to the show. If you like it, that's awesome. Great. You know, it's really, really huge because that allows us, again, to grow the show, make it our full-time thing, and then, get you guys a lot more fun.
We're actually almost 20,000, dude. We're right there.
That's a good benchmark for us. And, I'm looking to the future. I need to see 6 digits, and then after that, 7. That's the next benchmark.
Yes, and also, don't forget St. Patty's Day down in Naples, Florida, for the St. Patty's Day event. Start getting your shit together now. We're going down to Naples. There's 35,000 firemen down there for the St. Patty's Day parade.
Where is that?
We're all invited to Hank's condo, so let's go.
35,000 of them.
They say it's either the weekend before. Jimmy Graham's going to be point on there too. So it's either going to be the weekend before Patty's Day or the weekend after Patty's Day. I think Patty's Day winds up on a Thursday maybe this year. So I don't know if it's the weekend before or after. We're coming down. Jose, we'll see our boy Jose.
So you got to take like $15 with you for the week then.
Yeah.
It's like $5 all you can eat.
Del Boca Vista? Yeah. If we get it for the early bird. Yeah.
Early bird.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe $20.
Yeah. Yep. Jose is going to come. We're going to have corned beef, cabbage, rice, and beans. So come on down. Yeah.
Roscampollo.
Yep.
Delicious.
What could go wrong, he says.
Oh, boy. A lot. A lot could go wrong. Yep.
Sure. I'm ready for it to all go wrong.
I know Captain Graham lives down there, so I know one thing. Me, Ruffy, and Pete, we're not paying for any place to stay. We stay with Jimmy Graham or Old Man River Molay. Make some room, baby. Here we come.
God willing.
They're like this. Oh, boy.
We're all going skinny dipping and Hank's. We're going streaking through the quad.
Everybody's the meatloaf. Yeah. We want it now.
We're going to go. We're going to overrun. We're going to overrun Hank's little community down there with drunken firemen urinating all over.
Could you imagine?
This will be me by midnight the first night.
I was doing it. I was up there doing it.
No, this is going to be you after midnight.
Yeah. It'll be like this. Hey, Peter, you okay?
Peter, you all right?
Hey, Peter, you okay?
All
right.
My God, dude.
Yeah, let me find out who gave us the 2 thumbs down to bust you in the mush. Tell me who it is. Fess up, man up.
Sons of bitches.
They love to do it. That's good. You
all
know
right.
what?
Yeah.
We
Same
need a
guys
couple
every
haters.
week.
Need a couple haters. It's always good. You guys are our resident haters, and for that, I want to give you the you know what? Let's give them the cheer. Thank you, haters. We love you.
Rooms are cheap.
Fucking shine box.
All right, Petey, take us out, buddy.
Well,
hold on, Pete.
Hold this
See
up.
what Patty Lee wrote?
What did Patty Lee write?
Yum Yum's loosed in Florida.
Nice, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. If you're watching the show, you should also be listening to it on iTunes, podcast, Spotify, or wherever fine audio podcasts are found. And however you listen to it, guys, subscribe. It's free. Subscribe. It's free. And guys, when you're over here on youtube.com/gettinsaltyexperience, take your stinky, filthy, dirty booger hook off the bang switch and hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Come on. We've been talking about it all night, and we're going to keep pumping that out. need the numbers up, man. Those are I feel like Matthew McConaughey in Wolf of Wall Street. Those are rookie numbers, man. Those are rookie numbers. You got to pump them numbers up.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Also, guys, you can find us on Instagram as well at Salty Dog Inc. Okay, guys, go to gettinsaltyapparel.com to buy all your favorite fighter apparel, etc., so on and so forth. I am so tired today. I got beat up in jiu-jitsu this morning. Anyway, thank you to everybody in the super chat tonight. That was really cool. Everyone, we hope we answer your questions well. Guys, remember to like, subscribe, and share. Come on. Let's go. Guys, Getting Salty fans on Facebook. Go on over to that page. Check it out. Lots of great firefighters sharing firefighter info, stories, all that cool stuff, and a few laughs in there as well. No politics, according to Alan Shupp, the group leader. No politics in that group, but whatever you do, you boo-boo. And guys, email us your questions at gettinsaltyexperience@gmail.com. All your questions should come through that way. Guys, also koobspodcast@gmail.com for anything at Cup of Joe and Fuego related. That's your helmet cam videos, your rigs, your mustaches, your
that's the new one. I forgot mustaches. I want to see because I saw a guy down there, Ruffy. He had a mustache that looked like this.
Yeah. You look like one of those old timey, like
send me your firefighter mustaches, facial hair. Send them to give them to me because I got nothing better to do than to comb through another fucking 50 emails. Go ahead.
Do it. Actually, that, ladies and gentlemen, is all the news. That
awesome.
Too pretty.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday. Stay low and go.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you at the big one.
Cheers, guys.